Maya from Island Sun Tarot, and welcome to my June favorites. So per usual, I have some tarot, oracle, and crystals to share and a couple of non-tarot related books. But before we get started, I just wanted to share from my May horse show. If you watched my last couple months favorites, my horse and I have been competing online due to COVID. We're not doing any horse shows in our area. So I got the rosette from May's show, which was second place. Just so excited and so happy with my horse. We turned in our June and got our results back for that, and we got another second place as well. So I'll be getting that rosette in the mail. Just really exciting. A lot of time and training has gone into it. So let's get started with tarot first. So this one kind of surprised me because it was the deck that kind of made me put down the Druidcraft for the first time in I don't even know how many months since I got it, I think, since March. And it is the Crystal Visions. And I do have a walkthrough of this deck up on my channel, and a viewer had commented saying like, oh, I paused and purchased, and I was just so happy to see that because this is a little bit of an older deck, and I guess I just wish that it was seen a little bit more. And I know it's maybe one of those things where it's like it's had its day, but oh, I love it so much. And I had gone a little while not using this, and so I feel like it was like rekindling that friendship. But you know, we're thick as thieves, and it was like I never had spent any time apart from it. The colors are stunning. I love the style artwork. It's very magical, fae, just another world. Using these cards is like totally stepping into a different world. It's beautiful. I love it so much. I don't know, I guess I just would love if it had like a revival comeback. It's published by US Games, mass market, easily accessible. Just stunning deck. All right. So the Crystal Vision. So this was the one that finally made me put down the Druidcraft after several months. But I had a lot of fun with it. This was a really great one. So Crystal Visions. Next, these next couple may come as no surprise because I mentioned these in my summer decks, and this is just a given for me. This is when I like to bring these ones out. So first I have the Children of Letha. It's this is an indie deck. It's by Alexandria Huntington. I do have a walkthrough up on my channel of this deck as well. Okay, so there are humans in this deck. It's mostly animal, but there are some creative made-up creatures. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. So we have the Magician. He's like fae with the wings, yet he's I don't want to use the word centaur, but you know, half of he almost looks like a scarab or some sort of clawed beetle. So there are a lot of made-up creatures like that in this deck. Oh, the donkeys, sweet. Anyways, so as the title indicates, the Children of Letha, or you know, midsummer, and I think this deck is perfect for the entire summer. We do have images like this with the snow, but oh, summer vibes, this whole deck. Oh, look at him. So yes, between the sort of mythical, made-up, fae-like creatures and the gorgeous colors. Oh, here's one of my favorite cards. Perfect. You can see she's like part tiger, but then she's got these beautiful wings. Sorry. It's just stunning. I love using this deck. And then also this deck is a total tactile thing. The cards are so matte, and they're like butter. They're beautiful to use. Here's another good example too. So yes, using this deck is a total pleasure. It's just a tactile thing that's just divine, and I love it so much because of that. And it's perfect for the summer, so I'll probably have this one out. You'll probably get tired of seeing it around August, maybe even September, but we'll see how it goes. So, the Children of Letha. Next, let's go here. So, I unboxed this at the end of last month, so I've had this month to work with it. It's Terror of the Abyss by Anatorian, and it's published by US Games. If you've seen my walkthrough, you'll see how annoying I am saying wow about 100 times, maybe more. But this deck really is just stunning, and I've had this whole month to work with it, and I thought, maybe I won't want to work with it and I'll put it away until fall because of the coloration, but really, no, not at all. The backing. And this is a perfect card to start off with first. How funny. So I just love the perspective on some of these cards. So you as the reader looking at this card, that's gorgeous. Just sort of rethought. This came with 2 3 of Swords. This is the one that I kept in. The other one is beautiful as well. I love the detail. This draws me in the same way that the Shadowscapes does with the detail. And for this to be my first black and white deck, I love it. I cannot believe I had reservations about purchasing it, and I'm just so glad that I did. US Games has been doing a great job, in my opinion, of their card stock, and it shuffles beautifully. I haven't edged it yet. I'm not sure if I just want to do a black, but it kind of has like the cream backing, so I'm not sure, and a lot of the edges aren't all black. I'm not sure yet, so we'll see. So yes, Terror of the Abyss, and then when I did my walkthrough on the Cups suit for the court, I thought, oh my gosh, I think some of these go together, and I had held up a couple. So on Instagram, Anna did confirm that yes, the 2, Page and Knight, do go together. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad it, because I thought that it did and it looked like it did, but I love having that little bit of confirmation from the artist, yes, they do go together. I think that's so awesome. Really beautiful. So I've really just been loving this and enjoying the heck out of it. Okay, so then the next, this is another, probably comes as no surprise, is the Star Child Tarot. I have the Akashic version. Oh, I love it. There's just, I've shown it enough. I guess there's not too much more I could possibly say just besides, I love it. I can't put it away. It's just so light and beautiful. And for me, it's very serene when I use it. If I am feeling stressed and I'm turning to the tarot for that reason, it really just deep breath, calm. I mean, look at that. And I can't say enough about this deck. It's so clear and truthful. I mean, I don't feel like it babies me in a way, but it is, gosh, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time finding the right word. I don't want to say soft because that's not quite what I mean, or gentle, but I don't know, nurturing, I guess, is a good way. But just like, for me, my mom can be very nurturing, but sometimes when I need her to be tough with me, she can be, and this deck can be the same way. There we go, that's a good way to put it. It's just stunning. And to be honest with you, I had an aversion to this deck for the longest time when it had first come out, and I was just like, oh, I don't understand the hype. But now I do, and I'm glad that I came around to it. And the more collage style isn't, well, I guess I look at it like, oh yeah, that's totally not my thing. But really, this is beautiful. So, Star Child Tarot. And then hand in hand with that, we have the Work Your Light Oracle. I'm sorry, so the artwork on the Star Child and the Work Your Light is Danielle Noel. And then this one is created by Rebecca Campbell. Hay House? Yes, this is Hay House. Mass market, readily available. The Star Child, however, is indie. But she does have a couple cool editions up on the website right now. I almost kind of wanted to pre-order the, I think she was calling it like the Rose Petal, or maybe just the Rose edition. The backs were different. It just looked pretty, but it's the larger style, so it has the white border. Anyways, if you're interested to check it out. Okay, so anyways, Work Your Light Oracle, before I get off on a tangent. These, for me, go with the Star Child so well, but I've been matching it with these other decks as well. The Children of Letha works perfect with it. Again, with the Crystal Visions. I love pairing. I've also paired it with Tarot of the Abyss. So all these decks that I'm mentioning for this video, they're all mix and match. Ooh, I love this one. Sorry, I'll try not to show too many of these. Warrior Woman. So same feelings. The clarity is there. It's beautiful. It's calming. So Work Your Light Oracle. And then I have a repeat from last month. I'm really sorry, but I couldn't do this video without mentioning it because I've used it so much. It's the Isis Oracle by Alana Fairchild. The art is by Jimmy Manton. And this deck has just been, it's one or the other. If I'm not using Work Your Light, I'm using Isis. So it's just been the two all month. And I love it so much. I know the colors are completely different. I don't want to say that this feels, it's not that it feels more powerful, it's just more intense. That's a good word to use. But the intensity is gorgeous. So poignant. Even if I'm just pulling one card, it's always really something that I needed. Or if I pull something in the morning and I'm not necessarily stumped, but just kind of like, okay, thank you for that. It's always so present through the rest of my day. And then I'll sit down and have one of those moments where I almost chuckle to myself, just like, wow, that was perfect. Thank you. Oh, I love it so much. I'm sorry, I've been so obsessed with it. It'll probably still be in these videos for, I mean, look. I love this Key of Life, spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. All right, so the Isis Oracle, same thing goes for this one. I've matched it with Tarot of the Abyss and the Children of Letha, and it works beautifully, all of them together. All right, let's do crystals. Okay, so even though so I have 4 examples, but they're all the same stone. They're all ocean jasper, and this is a really good calming stone. It's great for dreams, and all these pieces I've loved just holding. So they're all so unique, but they're all from Madagascar, and that's what I love about ocean jasper, because I feel like you're never gonna get another piece like it. I just like this. The 2 sides are completely beautiful. Just so gorgeous. This one is completely different color, but I love the sort of orb like things that you see. This one's cute because it almost looks like flowers. Just been so calming, relaxing. This one I really love. This one has like a little druzy pocket. I won't ever be able to get it on camera, but it has a little hole there. And it's very, very crystal inside. But sorry for the glare. Just really gorgeous. The energy from all of these has been lovely. And so I've been reaching for those mostly this month. And then the only other stone that I've been using is, now I want to say lepidolite, but I could be pronouncing it wrong. I'm really sorry. Okay, so this is the only piece of this that I have. It's a gorgeous palm, real soft, but the color is so gorgeous. And so this stone is really awakening for spiritual work and then accessing the Akashic records, and it's just reduces stress, and it's so calming. And also the piece that I have, because it's this perfect shape to kind of hold, I don't know if the smooth, the way it's cut, but this has just really been lovely, lovely, lovely. And I really feel like this stone goes hand in hand for me with the Star Child and the Work Your Light Oracle. And I just love it so much. If you don't have a piece of this, I would definitely try getting a small piece to see if you have a connection with it. I love it. I love it. Even if my boyfriend comes home from work and I'm like, oh, you look stressed, here, just hold this for a few minutes. So I'll sit and hold it, talk about his day, and then he'll be like, why am I still holding this? And I'm like, do you feel better? And he's like, yeah, a little bit. So he gives it back to me. Anyways, great, great stone. If you don't have a piece, I would definitely try getting one just to see if you guys connect, because it's lovely to work with. So before I do non-tarot related books, let me real quick. So I pre-ordered or backed on, is it Indiegogo? I don't even know which one it is. I think it was Indiegogo. The Healing Waves Tarot, and they've been sending updates, just that it's been delayed in shipping. I was really hoping to have it in June to use it for the summer, because it's sort of a water ocean themed deck. And I think it was just yesterday or the day before that I got another update that it was still being delayed. So if anybody else has that or has ordered that, I feel you, waiting, wishing, hoping. Hopefully I'll have it before the end of summer. The other thing, which I don't know if you'll be able to see it as well, but I saw that the Seeker Oracle by Raven Phelan is up on Llewellyn's website for pre-order. So it's saying in October 2021. And let's see if we'll do larger pictures. Sorry, it's just kind of on my tablet. I don't know how well it's going to show up. Oh, not bad. So they have the box cover and 3 cards there. Beautiful. And it's supposed to be the new size of the new Messenger Oracle, and you're supposed to be able to use them all together. So then this one is Knowledge is Power. One of the cards that they have to share. I think there's only 3 cards. Knowledge is Power. The Seeker's Journey. I love this one. A King Bee. So yeah, they've got the backing here. I'm not sure because I don't have the new version of the Messenger, but they have the backing here. I guess you're supposed to be able to use them all together. So, I kind of want to pre-order it, but I still don't think I'm going to get the new version of the Messenger Oracle. I'll probably just have this one too separate. I love my other one so much. I think I mentioned it in my last month's. Anyways, so the Secret Oracle by Raven Phelan, it's on the Llewellyn website, pre-order for $25.95, and then it says October 2021. So I guess they're partnering. It says partner is Blue Angel, but I've been ordering stuff through them, so I've been checking out their website. So I wanted to share that. And then last but not least, 2 books. So last month I had mentioned the Last Kingdom series by Bernard Cornwell. I had read the second to last one, Sword of Kings. And I brought the first one in the video just to share, but this is Warlord. It is the last book in the series. And I was like so afraid to read this one because I have 13 books worth of loving these characters, but it was beautiful and I loved reading this, and I almost feel like I want to start at the beginning. And so first thing, starting this book, I open it to the first couple pages, and then it says Warlord is for Alexander Draymond, and he's the actor that plays the main character, Uhtred, on the Netflix show. So if you're into that sort of historical action / drama, that's a great show to check out on Netflix, and the books are amazing. Bernard Cornwell, he is excellent at how he writes his fighting sequences, and the whole book keeps you engaged. There's never a dull moment, but it is all written from the perspective of Uhtred, the main character. So Warlord, I highly recommend the entire series. And then I have this I was really excited about. So it's Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. So this book is part of the Grishaverse, which is the Shadow and Bone was the first series. When I started reading this, a friend at work saw me reading another book, and he was like, hey, if you like that book, you should read Six of Crows. So I actually read the middle part of the series. I guess if you wanted to start the series, you should start with Shadow and Bone, but really, you could start with Six of Crows and then go back and read Shadow and Bone like I did, and I had no problem understanding the series, and it was still lovely, and I loved it. So Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom are a duology, and then the Shadow and Bone series, that's a trilogy. This is a duology with King of Scars, and it has some of the same characters from the other books. So it just carries on, but you're just following some of the other characters from the same story. So it's just a continuation, but it's so good. I was skeptical because at the end of King of Scars, I don't know, I was worried, I guess, about how it was going to go, but it was really beautiful. I wish it was a trilogy. Well, when I was reading the first one, I was like, gosh, this is so good. How could it not be a trilogy? But after reading this, I understand why they did a duology, and it was really awesome. So Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo. If you have seen the Netflix show Shadow and Bone, I thought that was an excellent adaptation because they combined Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone to create their own storyline, even though if you read the books, those things happen separately at different times. But they did a lovely version combining it all. So I'm hoping that that season will continue to get signed on and that we'll get to see some of King of Scars and Rule of Wolves on the show. So, Leigh Bardugo. All right. So, there we have it, the June favorites. I'm really looking forward to some of the things that I have to read for July. I joined Book of the Month after hemming and hawing over it for a couple of months. I watch a channel on YouTube called Elliot Brooks, and on that channel, there's tons of book reviews, and it's all, well, different types of books. I guess mostly centered around like science fiction, fantasy, but she reads tons of style books and reviews and that kind of thing. So she had mentioned Book of the Month. And so there were a couple of good books that she mentioned. I was like, I don't know, I'm reading other stuff right now. I don't know if I want to do like a monthly subscription, that kind of thing. But I went ahead and joined. So I joined at the end of June. So I did get the June book that's called Half Sick of Shadows, and it's a King Arthur retelling. So that looks really good, but I probably won't. I'm going to get it in July. So that'll be like my July book. So my July pick, it's just because I joined at the end of the month. So hopefully for the July favorites, I'll be able to share that book, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm pretty excited about Book of the Month. All right, guys, there you have it, June favorites. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.